Greetings and welcome to the commencement ceremonies for the graduating class of 2020. I'm Dr. Brandon Schweitzer, principal at Polk County High School, and on behalf of our faculty and staff, thank you for joining us in honoring a truly exceptional group of seniors. Please join me in welcoming our first student speaker, Student Body President, Ava Marino.
Good evening and welcome to our graduation, a unique graduation for a unique class during a unique time. Thank you family, friends, faculty, and administration for joining us in this experience tonight.
Please welcome our first honor speaker, Victoria Bowling.
We were standing at a crosswalk with lots of people and cars and lights and noise, and I pointed up at the sky and said "moon," drawing laughter from the frenetic city dwellers that overheard me. This is a story I feel describes me very well. I am disdainful of the obvious and a great deal more curious about the bigger and brighter things ahead, even if in the moment they are drowned out by the immediacy of louder events. I have always directed my energy towards college and the life I hope to have after it. I've never been particularly excited about pep rallies, tailgates, or any of the other defining experiences of an American high school education. Instead, when I look back on my experiences in Polk County, I remember staying late to talk with teachers who gave their whole lives teaching us their passions and were always endlessly excited to share more of it with me. I remember sitting in the back room of the library with my closest friends, eating microwave ramen and drinking tea and only half working, but somehow managing to get everything done. I felt the happiest lying on the floor of my Calc BC class, working problems with the windows open, when I got labs right down to the drop, and in my APUSH and English classes, when I was thankfully reminded of why I love to read in a way similar that I love to breathe. Those kinds of little moments are what we are going to remember 10, 20, 50 years from now. Not the prom dresses we didn't get to wear, or the graduation parties we didn't get to go to, or probably even this graduation itself. We're going to remember that when we were met with the world turned upside down, we nurtured the bonds that truly matter, those between us and our friends, our families, and our teachers, and we used the good memories from the last 3.5 years together to make it through. There is a bravery in not giving up when faced with the specter of an entirely uncertain future, and we found it within the people we met here as much as we did within ourselves. I wish we could have had the graduation we deserved, but we are leaving here with something far more valuable, the knowledge that we are ready for what's ahead. The support of those closest to us guided us through a global crisis and will remain there for us as we move into a world we never expected to live in. The world needs us now more than ever, whether as members of the military, members of the workforce, or as future scientists, artists, doctors, lawyers, and engineers. There are better things in this world than what we found in high school, but there is nothing better than being needed, and that is what the school prepared us to face and what I am infinitely grateful for. We did it, Polk County. Congratulations.
Please welcome our next honor speaker, Tana Harris.
To my fellow seniors, class of 2020. We have always been called the class with perfect vision, and I'm going to ignore all of these new coronavirus slogans because I'm sure you're as tired of hearing about it as I am. But being the class with perfect vision means we are supposed to have our lives together. Organized, smart, good decision makers. But I don't think that should be what defines our class, because that's really not what we are. We are teenagers. Rowdy, ambitious, fun, careless teenagers. You see, I don't think we should live by being the class with perfect vision, because life is most memorable when our vision isn't perfect. We have had 4 almost full years of high school, but what are we going to remember from it? There's no way in the world that I'm going to remember all the good, wholesome decisions I've made and others have made throughout high school. What I'm going to remember is the first day of freshman year when Sydney Waldman put her trash from lunch in the drink cooler at the end of the chicken line, and then had to fish it out in front of everyone. I'm going to remember the food fights in the senior courtyard last spring when I was a junior and really wasn't supposed to be out there. The uncomfortable messages scrawled across the bathroom walls. Or that time at lunch when I lost a bet and had to have peanut butter smothered all over my face. We, class of 2020, are going to remember the randomly placed tortillas on cars, stalking our crushes on the Snap Map, glow stick fights during the pep rally, that one kid who jumped out of a window, the lightsaber duels in the parking lot, or tractor driving to school paired with the white, shining thighs of boys who decided to wear jorts on Farmer Day. And I know many adults probably wanted to scream at us for not staying indoors during this pandemic and call us out for our reckless behavior. But what would life be like, or look like, if there weren't people who did stupid, silly, crazy things. Our lives would be boring, that's for sure. If you could take one thing away from my speech, let it be this. Never forget who you are right now, a rowdy, good old boy or girl from Polk County. Never forget what it feels like to be a teenager, and never lose that wild spirit. Remember that life is supposed to be savored and enjoyed. As you get older, keep the humor and silliness in your life. Basically, don't be a Karen. I'm begging you, please. And now, because any great graduation speech has some sentimental moment in it, here goes mine. I once heard that grief is the price you pay for love. I can't remember where I heard it, but whoever said that was dang right. We are all grieving now, whether we like to admit it or not. Because as we leave this school, we are not just saying goodbye to our favorite teachers, but our underclassmen friends and each other. We are grieving over the last days we are supposed to share in those halls. But I don't want us to grieve. I want us to celebrate the moments we have shared. Like those late night trips up to White Oak, Waffle House after the football games, the days when McCool was your sub, exam week when everyone would swarm to Southern Manners, or that one good pep rally when we were freshmen. And I know you were all still mad we never won a pep rally. So yes, be sad. Cry over these memories we will miss and the memories we never got to share. But know that it is all because you loved. I am sad because I love this school and all of you, the class of 2020. Finally, because I couldn't have made it through these years without a little help, I'd like to finish off with some gratitudes. To Mrs. McCammon for allowing me to investigate secret bathroom societies in the middle of class. To Ms. Williams for somehow making calculus fun, probably thanks to her Easter trail mix. To Mr. Allen, who put up with multiple years of carrot pranks and a ruined bottle of hand sanitizer. To Mrs. Reinhardt, who always knew when to give me a treat from her secret stash of candy or words of encouragement as I moped down the hallway. To Mr. Mercer, who holds the record for most times to get off topic in one class period, yet still managed to teach a killer physics class. To Ms. Forward, for always letting me vent my personal issues to you, and for graciously letting me know when I was not dressed school appropriately. To Mr. Barber, for unleashing my love of plants through field trips around town, which may or may not have ended with a stop at the BP. And Mrs. Gilbert for replying when Barbara doesn't, and allowing me to rename my favorite goat. Love you, Patricia. To the FFA for showing me love as I learned how to lead. To my tennis girls for being the goofiest team that somehow made history. To all of my other teachers and coaches, thank you for putting up with me and showing compassion to our class despite our lack of perfect vision. So now, as we walk across this stage, don't let high school be the ending of the best years of our lives. Because if you never stop being a reckless teenager at heart, every year will be just as exciting and interesting as the one we are in. Thank you.
Please welcome our next student speaker, Daniela Santabanez.
Good afternoon, Polk County. This is Daniela, and well, it's just me, with your graduation speech for the class of 2020. I just wanted to do that one last time. I know there's a lot of things we all wish we could have done one last time. On March 13th, we walked out of those doors never knowing that it would be our last day of high school. The next day, we found out we had a 2-week break, and in our worst stage of senioritis, we rejoiced. A month in, and we had had about enough of being trapped at home, and oddly started missing school. I know many of us are hurt by the experiences we so anxiously waited. One last sports season, prom, one last morning announcement that nobody but Miss Barris' class would actually listen to, or even just those last laughs we would have at Polk County High. While I would love to go back to March, when our biggest complaint was being the only senior class who didn't get the spirit stick, I want to encourage you to look beyond it. I mourn these losses with you all, but I hope you never forget what these last 4 years have brought. While we will always hold on to the tiny freshman versions of ourselves, and yes, we were tiny, I think it's safe to say that a lot of us have grown a lot, both physically and personally. A cause of friends we've lost or gained, teachers who pushed or tested us, games we won or lost, and experiences that showed us how great and hard life can be. And we've all done much of that growth in the same time period, inside the same set of walls, something we will always have in common. I hope we all continue to grow beyond high school in whatever path it may take. Because while our educational journey may have ended here, there is much more life has yet to teach us. There is much more we have yet to experience, accomplish, and enjoy. I look forward to seeing how we've all grown years from now. But no journey is the same. And I'd like to take a moment to thank the people who have helped me through mine so far. Primero le doy gracias a mi familia, especialmente a mi mamá, que siempre me enseñó a luchar por mis sueños, quien siempre ha puesto sus deseos al lado para cumplir con los míos, y que me ha enseñado lo que es sacrificarlo todo por los que más quieres. Nunca lo olvidaré. Estos premios y honores son de ustedes tan como son míos. I'd also like to thank the inner mothers I've had here at Polk County High, those who met me as a shy underclassman with big dreams and no idea how to achieve them, those who saw my potential and while teaching me chemistry and calculus also taught me how to keep my GPA up, what to look for in colleges, what AP classes were, and who guided me into having the honor of speaking to you all tonight. Miss Williams, Miss Reinhardt, and Miss Buchanan, thank you for seeing a student with determination and will and doing everything you could to help her, no matter her background. We desperately need more people like you out there. Lastly, I'd like to thank the class of 2020 for in many ways shaping me into the person I have become today. Whether I've known you since preschool or simply passed you by in the hallway, I learned a lot from this class and really this entire student body about the person I wish to become. So I'd like to leave you with a piece of advice, one that my family will never get tired of telling me. Ponte las pilas. In the wake of a coronavirus-ridden US, life is about to get pretty tough. But while this virus may have taken our graduation, it won't take our future. I wish you all the best. Stay safe, class of 2020, and congratulations.
And now please welcome our final honor speaker, Sydney Waldman.
When I was brainstorming ideas for the speech, one of the first things that came to my mind was that I did not want it to be about the coronavirus. So much was taken from all of us, and this was the one thing that I wanted to feel normal. I wanted to give a simple speech where everyone could laugh and reminisce on the amazing memories and experiences we shared throughout high school. I wanted to talk about tortillas on cars, tractors in the parking lot, and probably tell some embarrassing story about something I did as a freshman, and believe me, there are a lot of things. But our senior year has been anything but normal. We've had to conquer challenges that no graduating class has even dreamt about. So I realized that not including Miss Corona, annoying and vicious as she may be, would be to leave out one of the most monumental parts of our high school experience. All of our lives have been changed. We've been disappointed, hurting, and grieving along with the rest of the world for not only our lost experiences, but the lives of others. The world has been turned upside down, but we've been the ones helping to hold it up. Our lost proms, graduations, and sports have allowed communities in the nation to come together in new and creative ways. Celebrities and talk shows have hosted virtual proms and graduations. Our teachers, administrators, and parents have plastered our faces on almost every inch of Polk County soil. And community members on Facebook have created the Adopt a Senior movement so that we are reminded of our importance and the importance of our accomplishments. Graduating high school this year has been more challenging than ever. It's hard to have the motivation to work on math problems or an essay when so many people around us are struggling. But we've been resilient since the beginning. Most of us were born around 9/11, a time similar to this in the fact that life as we knew it was suddenly interrupted. But for many families and communities, we were the light. Our birth was a symbol of hope. We held the power to change the world for the better so that tragedies like the events on September 11th could be prevented. Holding a newborn in their arms allowed our parents to escape from the hectic world around them and appreciate life. We're still that symbol of hope today. As the nation is in shambles, we are giving the community something to rally around. However, our mission should go farther than that. It is our duty to stand up and support those who need it most, especially as racism and the injustices that coincide with it continue to plague the United States today. As we begin to enter the real world, I hope we can all persevere and make a difference in the same way we have throughout our lives. We entered the world in a time of brokenness, and it's only fitting to enter the world of adulthood in a similar fashion. It hasn't been easy, but a life worth living never is. As Mr. Aaron Green always says at the end of the COVID-19 all calls, there are better days ahead. And I like to think that we, the class of 2020, will be responsible for them. I love you, Polk County, and wouldn't trade my 4 years here for the world.
Welcome, parents and families, to the commencement ceremony of the Polk County High School class of 2020. Though we are not able to have our traditional graduation ceremony, we sincerely appreciate your participation in today's event. Through these challenging and uncertain times, our seniors have shown resilience, held their heads high, and provided all of us with an example of how to stay positive and focus on the future. We are so proud of them and of their accomplishments. Thank you for the honor of working with these amazing young men and women. We've tried to make this a special day in a time for the class of 2020, and your presence means a great deal to your graduates. We encourage you to celebrate your graduates. Honk your horns, cheer and clap. Make them feel special as they walk across the stage. Then we ask that you pause so that we can honor our next senior. On behalf of all of us at Polk County Schools, congratulations to our Wolverine seniors, their parents and families. We will now confer diplomas to the Polk County High School class of 2020. Megan Elizabeth Baynard. Cameron Shane Blackwell. Robert Preston Burnett. Amy Jo Chuck. Logan McLeod Connor. Luke Murray Dyer. Aaliyah Alondra Nicole Gonzalez. John Lawrence Price. Jordan Nathaniel Searcy. Olivia Ray Searcy. Parker Travis Dotson. Daniel Joseph Doherty. Devin Latrell Hines. Anna
Chrislyn Hodge. Austin Reed Hodge. Noah Glenn Hudgens. Chase Frederick Jackson. Joshua Dean Lauder. Hunter Mason Lynch. Heath Chase McSwain. James Steve Smith. James Arvel Thompson III. Benjamin Lucas Tipton. Shane Michael Arrington. Anastasia Nicole Ballard. Eric James Jordan Bishop. Nicole Elizabeth Crouch. Jessica Morgan Griffin. Asia Monet Hannon. James Bailey Hipp. Caleb Taylor Crop. Bryna Ray McCoy. Austin Renee Tony. Riley Michelle Barwell. Tristan Lee Carter. Dylan Thomas Faulkner. Jordan Michael Holdcraft. Landon Ray Hoots. Sean Thomas Hudson. Mason Micah Blaine Merrill. Daniel Martin Ruff. JC Marie Wilkinson. Sakaya Naima Austin. Kells Dylan Ballantyne. Leanne Faith Bradley. Landry Alexa Edwards. Erin Elizabeth Heston. Carly Anna Kilgore. Nicholas Reyes Lopez. Jose Carlos Sedano Alvarenga. Riley Tickle. Victoria Jameson Bowling. William Cody Dimsdale. Crystal Gonzalez Calles. Jacob Stephen Grigg. Fidel Hernandez Mejia. Hunter Jonathan Justice. Isaac Paul Keller. Alan Mejia. Evan Carey Lee Miller. Alan Jose Roman. Maida Roman. Misael Roman Ramirez. Nimu Pandora Hebert. Hannah Elise Henderson. Amber Cheyenne Holt. Jalen Diane Jackson. Macy Faith Jackson. Malia Cheyenne Jennings. Wyatt Drew Kay. Caden Jarrett Loyer. Hope Elizabeth Patterson. Emina Ramirez. Nathan Hunter Ruff. Carolina Castillo Ibarra. Isaac Christian Edwards. Noah Taylor Foy. Jacob Maxwell Gear. Daniela Santabanez. Keandre Malik Thomas. Allenson Nicole Thompson. Mackenzie Alexandria Wyatt. Madison Elena Renee Yellen. Anna LePage Jackson. Tyra Yvonne Martin. Carolina Navarez Nahira. Carla Lizette Owen. Madison Leanne Pruitt. Tristan James Rains. Jeremy Thomas Rosario. Sarah Elizabeth Russell. Angel Shane Trejo. Kayla Lynn Williams. Clara Nicole Diaz. Aaliyah Treya Miller. Jeremiah James Patoya. Quaylen Kantar Sutton. Seth Coleman Trottier. Adam Brennan Worthington. Victoria Lynette Worthington. Megan Elizabeth Blackwell. Brianna Nicole Hoyle. Mason Reed McCraw. Sydney Elise Metcalf. Noah Wyatt Rickman. Kion Eldecor Staley. Sasha Alessandra Watson. Destiny Leanne Wilmoth. Lauren Grace Wilson. Anna Jade McFadden. Francis Camila Mendoza. Tyler Stone Muse. Alyssa Marie Nelson. Amelia Margot Nespeka. Angela Michelle Price. Lucas Schlappen. Peyton Eric Splawn. James Jackson Wade Tipton. Michael Grant Waddell. Furman Oviedo Jr. Savannah Brooke Harris. Joseph Nicholas Poe. Delaney Therese Sudreth. Cameron Lee Talent. Casey Arlene Trumzowski. Bryson Ricky Tuttle. Meadow Jeanette Becker. Nicholas Sky Thompson Capozzi. James Jackson Gettings III. Tana Sarah Anna Harris. Grayson Arledge Jones. Grace Marin Lauer. Samuel James Nelson. Ava Marie Marino. Dakota Wade Mills. Sydney Shaw Waldman. Margaret Elizabeth Wilson. Jonathan Grant Wooten Jr. We hope that everybody heard the pre-ceremony recordings. Great speeches, by the way. Please, a round of applause for our speakers and our honor graduates. Candidates for graduation, your final exam. Please rise and stand in front of your families, facing them. Near the X's, but you can create your own X's. If you're on the left over there, you're okay. Given your successful completion of all requirements for the awarding of a North Carolina high school diploma, on the affirmation and recommendation of the faculty and administration of Polk County High School, and by the power vested in the Polk County Board of Education, I now declare you a member of the Polk County High School class of 2020 with all rights and recognition that accompany confirmation of graduation. Ladies and gentlemen, turn your tassels.